Hello, my name is Emily Waddell, and I'm here to read you some original fanfiction that I wrote when I was 13. It's over 30,000 words, because I was really cool when I was 13. It's called The Damned Daughter. My pen name was Mrs. Emily Snape. All you need to know about the story is that Draco Malfoy has a twin sister, and she's just joined Hogwarts, and she's very sexy. I'm not going to read the first chapter because it's a poem, and it's a nightmare, so we're just going to kick off with chapter 2. Harry felt the warm rush as he went through platform 9 3/4. It was his 6th year at Hogwarts, and he was going to enjoy it. Hermione smiled at him. Her hair was less bushy, and she seemed to have relaxed a bit. Ron was smiling broadly as he saw the Hogwarts Express red coat reflecting the sunlight. He was as gangly as ever, but his hair was longer now, and he seemed to be more mature. Basically, everyone's gotten sexier is the gist I think I wanted to come across. Mrs. Weasley was saying goodbye to Ginny while Harry and the others were greeting people and asking about their summers. There had been no mention of Voldemort. He seemed to have gone into hiding. So just forget the plot of the first 5 book, lads. He's just fucked off, okay? There was a gang of Slytherins on one side of the platform. You could tell it was Slytherins because they were glaring evilly at the Gryffindors. Most of their fathers had been thrown into Azkaban due to their failure to prove their loyalty to the light side. I think I got confused with Star Wars. Harry smiled as he thought of Lucius Malfoy being thrown into the Azkaban cell. The moment that thought came into his head, Draco Malfoy came through the gate. He recognised his platinum blonde hair and the usual sneer that was plastered on his face. But Harry was not looking at him, but the girl who came with him. There you go. She had long blonde hair just like Malfoy. It was only a couple of shades darker than her skin. She had blue eyes that looked like 2 chips of ice. While Malfoy chatted to the girls, all the boys were staring open mouths at this mysterious girl. She looked extremely like Malfoy, and it was obvious that they were twins, but she was shying away at everyone and trying to ignore the Slytherin Quidditch team who were practically drooling. I'm not sure if you're getting it. She's really sexy. Hermione tutted loudly. Because I was living under the crushing patriarchy like we all were, lads, I obviously wrote about girls being jealous of each other, but my 13-year-old self should have understood the complexities of girl hate and how it's bad. All aboard, shouted the train driver. They travelled to the end of the train until they came to a compartment with only one person in it. It was the blonde girl, and she was reading a huge dusty book that looked like something even Hermione couldn't attempt. He opened the compartment door. "Can we sit here?" he asked nervously. She muttered from behind her book. "Do what you like." Malfoy decided to make an appearance. He pulled back the door and glared at Harry. Ron stood up and whipped out his wand. "What do you want, Malfoy?" Ron hissed at Malfoy. "Don't be so arrogant to think I came here to chat with you and Scarhead," he smiled. Harry felt his blood boil. He didn't even notice the girl had put a book in her black bag that hung elegantly over one shoulder. "Scarlet, you're coming to my carriage. I have people I want you to meet," he said simply. It sounded more like a command than a question. She stood up and walked next to Malfoy. Next to him, they looked extremely similar. Yeah, they're twins? I hate Malfoy so much, Ron said through gritted teeth as he slammed the compartment door shut. The girl must be his sister, Harry muttered, then felt extremely stupid. Well, that was pretty obvious. She seemed different. Harry trailed off. His eyes glazed over as he thought of her blood-red lips and icy eyes. She was put on lipstick at some point, I don't know when. Hogwarts looked beautiful at night. Its turrets and towers were gleaming in the moonlight, and he felt peaceful. They went up to the great doors and entered. The ceiling was a dark, misty blue, and most of the first year to enter were looking at it in awe. Scarlet left Malfoy and went up to McGonagall, who nodded. She was sorted first, and it hardly touched her golden head before it shouted, "Slytherin!" Because she's evil. Oh yes, I almost forgot. We have 2 captains this year. For Gryffindor, Harry Potter. Dumbledore stopped for the applause, and Harry almost wished he hadn't. The Gryffindor table roared. Hermione jumped him with a hug, and Ron slapped on the back so hard he almost fell over. The new Slytherin captain is Draco Malfoy. This time the Slytherin table erupted, except of course this was the Slytherin table. What? Malfoy was evilly the most popular person in Slytherin, and girls practically worshipped him and his blonde locks and mysterious quality. Everyone made their way up to the common room. People seemed happy to be back at Hogwarts. Harry went to bed at a very unreasonable time and didn't care that he was going to pay for it tomorrow. So that was it. I don't know if you got the main thesis of the chapter. It was that she is sexy and she looks like Malfoy. I'm very ashamed. I'm going to go now. Okay, bye.